Okay, so we got about 1.5 feet of snow in the past several days. So I think it's a good time to make some chili. Right now it's freezing rain. Yeah, we're just not getting a break. So let's go inside and make some chili. Okay, so we are going to make some Wendy's copycat chili. It's a recipe I found on allrecipes.com, and it says it's just like Wendy's. So here is what you will need. Okay, so I have about 2.5 tablespoons of olive oil in there. I'm going to turn on my Ninja to stovetop high. If you don't have a Ninja, you can do this on a skillet on your regular stove. Okay, so you can see I've added in my hamburger, my ground beef, and I'm going to take the spoon here. I'm not going to break it up entirely. I'm going to try to make it into like one giant patty. Okay, so there you can see I have the whole Ninja flattened out and covered in ground beef. Now we are going to let this cook till the bottom is brown, and it's probably going to be around 10 minutes. So once it's brown, then we'll stir it and break the ground beef into crumbles. Because with Wendy's they use hamburger patties in their chili, so this will give it that brown cooked edges that hamburger patties have. Alright, so I think it's pretty good. Yeah, we got some nice brown burger there. So now I'm going to chop it up. And to chop it up I use this little thing here. It's called a chop stir. And it just works really well for breaking up the burger. And it's not going to scratch my pot. So I'll put a link in the description below for where you can get one of these because they work really well. So we're just going to chop this up into small bits, and then we're going to make sure everything is cooked thoroughly, and then we'll be back. Alright, now that I've got everything chopped up, everything's cooked, I'm going to remove the grease. I'm going to turn off the heat. I'm going to push everything over to one side. I'm going to tilt my Ninja, elevate it, and get all this beef over to one side, and that way all the grease will run over, and I can use some paper towels or a turkey baster to pull that grease out of the pot. Okay, so here is our turkey baster technique. Just have a turkey baster, and I just suck up the chuck up the grease and put it in a bowl. As you can see, it works fairly well. So just however way works best for you, just remove the grease. Alright, so you can see I got most of the grease now. I can take a paper towel in there and sop up the rest. But like I said, whichever way works for you, and that's the way you need to do it. This works pretty well, and I don't have to take the ground beef out. So there we go. So now we'll proceed. I'm going to turn the heat back on high. We're going to add in our onion, and this is where you'd add in your celery as well, if you are adding in celery. You add in your onion, your celery, and your green pepper. So then we are going to saute all this till your onion is almost translucent. So we're going to cook it. So this will cook the burger a little bit more, but it'll be fine. Once your onions and peppers are cooked, or I guess sauteed, and I think they're ready, we are going to add in all of our stewed tomatoes. You're going to add 3 cans of those. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay. You're going to add in your can of diced tomatoes with chilies. Going to add in your 14 ounces of tomato sauce, and I have it 16, so it's going to have to be good enough. And then you're going to add in your 1 cup of water, the rest of the water in there. Alright, so now we are going to break apart our chunks of stewed tomatoes, and you can use your chop stir, the same thing you use to break up your burger. I washed mine in between because it was touching, ground beef that was uncooked. So I washed it, so now I'm going to use it to chop up my tomatoes. Highly recommend this chop stir. Really makes cooking easy, especially when it calls for chopping and breaking up stuff. You can see it works very well. And they're cheap too. It's under $10. I think it's like $7 or $8 for this, so very inexpensive. I'll put a link in the description below for where you can get this. Alright. It looks pretty good. Okay, so now I'm going to add in, this is 1 bag of the, or 1 pouch of the chili seasoning. Okay, stir that in. Really looking good. Okay, so again, throw in your other bag or pouch of seasoning. Alright. I'm going to stir this in a little bit more, clean up my trash, be right back. Alright, so I have it mixed pretty well, I think, and now I'm going to mix in my pinto beans. And this is undrained, so you're going to pour those in. Mix those in. Alright, then I'm going to add in kidney beans, undrained as well. So now we're going to mix all this up. Alright, now that I have those beans mixed in, I'm going to put a little bit of salt. Just hit it a little bit. There we go. And a little bit of crushed black pepper. So we're going to stir that in, and you just add it to taste. So if you like a lot, if you like it salty, add more salt. Alright, so I'm going to turn this up to high, and we're going to bring all of this to a boil. Alright, so I've got it ready, it's on high. I'm going to put the lid on it. That'll allow that heat to stay in there, and it'll bring it to a boil a lot quicker. Alright, so it didn't take long to boil with the lid on it. So now you can turn it down to low, or on your stove, you can turn it down low. We're going to let it simmer for 1 hour. In the Ninja, it still boils on low, so I'm going to put mine over on slow cook low and let it slow cook for about an hour. Okay, so now it has been a little over an hour. I think I let it sit for an hour and a half. Slow cook low. I'm going to add in a tablespoon of vinegar. It says add it in to taste. So I'm going to add in a tablespoon, and then I'm going to mix it up. We are done. We're going to try this out and let you know what we think. Okay, so there we have it in the bowl. You can add a little bit more chopped onions if you would like, or cheese, whatever you'd like on top of it. We'll taste it and let you know what we think. Alright, so this chili really turned out great. I don't know if it's Wendy's quality style, because I haven't had Wendy's chili in a long time, so it may be, but it really made a good pot of chili. It made a lot of chili. It probably made 14 plus servings of chili, so if you're having a get-together, a gathering, this is a good recipe to make. I did have to put a little bit of salt and pepper in my bowl, so I probably could have used a little bit more of that during cooking. It's just something you're going to have to figure out. So definitely recommend trying this recipe. Give me a thumbs up if you like our videos. Subscribe. More videos coming soon. Thanks.